Time is sponsored by Volunteers of America Southeast.
And Faith Time is our weekly conversation on matters of faith, and joining us this morning is Pastor Brian Wade with Loxley Church, my pastor as well. Thank you for joining us this morning, sir.
Thank you for this opportunity.
So we wanted to talk about worship as a lifestyle. What does that mean to you?
Well, to a lot of people, worship is a worship service or a song that they like. But I believe that Scripture teaches that worship is the way we live our life every day, and that everything that we do brings honor to the Lord.
So how does worship sort of correct our focus in life?
What worship does is get your attention off of yourself and gets it back on the Lord. And when you do that, when your focus changes, you're able to realize who He is and how great that He is, that it's not all about us. And that when we worship Him, whether we're singing or however we're living our life, what we're doing is recognizing Him, and it helps us to keep our focus in other areas. One
of the things I think you want to talk about this morning is not just worship on a Sunday basis, but really worship on a regular basis. Why is that important?
Well, it's important. The Bible says in Isaiah, the Lord speaks through Isaiah and says, my thoughts are higher than your thoughts. My ways are higher than your ways. As high as the heavens are above the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts higher than your thoughts. And so when we worship, we turn our attention to God. A lot of people, when they worship, they look up. It may seem odd to somebody who doesn't worship, but you're looking up. It's not a physical thing that happens. It's a spiritual thing. So you're recognizing, wow, God's in control of this. It's really not all about me. It's about His purpose and His will, and that's what worship is. Worship is turning our attention and our focus back to our Creator.
You also talk about sincerity in here. Why is sincerity important in that effort?
Well, in the Bible, the word sincere is a word that means without wax. Because what they would do in Bible times is when people would make pottery, if there was a crack or a break in it, they would put it back together with wax. The wax would cool, they would paint it, it would look like a good vase. They would take it home, it would get hot, the wax would melt, and they would say that if something is without wax, it was complete or made whole. And so when our worship is sincere, it helps us, because when the heat of life comes, when the problems of life come, if our worship and our living for God is sincere, then we are, according to Scripture, we're without wax. We don't have those areas in our life where we break, and people who worship are able to handle the difficulties of life so much better.
So how does worship help us give up really our belief in our control of our own lives? Because really that's something that is hard to do, because in a sense you were saying, I'm out of control.
Yeah, well, everybody wants to be in control.
Right. Gives you a sense of security, however falsely.
Yeah, even little children, when they have their toys and somebody comes into their room, they let everybody else know, this is my toy, it's mine. We all like to be in control. But what worship does is get our attention off of our control and puts our life in His control. And He's able to handle things a lot better than we can. And so what we try to do is to be like David. David said in Psalms, he said, His praise will continually be in my mouth. And by doing that, you're always reminding yourself. It's like the athlete who wins a big game and the camera pans over to him, and the first thing he says is, I just want to thank God for this opportunity. What he's doing, or she, is taking the attention off of themselves and putting it back on God. And that's the idea behind worship as a lifestyle. You keep the focus away from yourself.
And why would you say turning over control to your life to God can be helpful in your life?
Well, I believe Scripture gives us the instructions we need for life. And when we're worshiping, when we acknowledge who God is and what He can do, what we're doing is we're saying, God, I don't have this. I don't have this. I'm not able to handle this, because we all face situations that are very, very difficult in life. And if we have to figure it out ourselves, we're going to have problems. But if we allow Him to take control, He does what needs to be done a lot better than we can.
Often a difficult challenge, despite how easy the words are. Something we'll also talk about next week on Faith Time in terms of mindfulness as well. Pastor Brian Wade with Loxley Church, thank you for joining us this morning for this edition of Faith Time. And News 5 this morning will continue after the break.
Thank you.